Hi friends, welcome to my channel Born to Learn. Today we are going to learn about Introduction to Chemical Reactions and Equations. Chemical reactions are the processes in which new substances with new properties are formed. Chemical reactions involve chemical changes. During chemical reactions, a rearrangement of atoms takes place between the reacting substances to form new substances having entirely different properties. Chemical reactions involve breaking of old chemical bonds which exist between the atom of reacting substances and then making of new chemical bonds between the rearranged atoms of new substances. During a chemical reaction, atoms of one element do not change into those of another element. Only a rearrangement of atoms takes place in a chemical reaction. We will now discuss reactants and products of a chemical reaction. 1. The substances which take part in a chemical reaction are called reactants. 2. The substances produced as a result of chemical reaction are called products. When a magnesium ribbon is heated, it burns in air with a dazzling white flame to form a white powder called magnesium oxide. Actually, on heating, magnesium combines with oxygen present in air to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium plus oxygen reacts with heat, it will become magnesium oxide as white powder. The burning of magnesium in air to form magnesium oxide is an example of chemical reaction. So, before burning in air, the magnesium ribbon is cleaned up by rubbing with a sandpaper. This is done to remove the protective layer of magnesium oxide from the surface of magnesium ribbon so that it may readily combine with the oxygen of air on heating. Characteristics of chemical reactions. In a chemical reaction, the substances known as reactants are converted into new substances called products. The conversion of reactants into product in a chemical reaction is often accompanied by some features which can be observed easily. The easily observable features or changes which take place as a result of chemical reactions are known as characteristics of chemical reactions. The important characteristics of chemical reactions are 1. Evolution of gas, 2. Formation of a precipitate, 3. Change in color, 4. Change in temperature, and 5. Change in state. Evolution of gas. Some chemical reactions are characterized by the evolution of gas. For example, when zinc granules reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, then bubbles of hydrogen gas are produced. So the chemical reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acid is characterized by the evolution of hydrogen gas. The chemical reaction between sodium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid is characterized by the evolution of carbon dioxide gas. Before we go further, we should know the meaning of the term precipitate. A precipitate is a solid product which separates out from the solution during a chemical reaction. A precipitate can be formed by mixing aqueous solutions of reactants when one of the products is insoluble in water. Second one, formation of a precipitate. Some chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of a precipitate. For example, when potassium iodide solution is added to a solution of lead nitrate, then a yellow precipitate of lead iodine formed. Thus, the chemical reaction between potassium iodide and lead nitrate is characterized by the formation of a yellow precipitate of lead iodide. And yellow precipitate of lead iodide is the formation of precipitate. Third one, change in color. Some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in color. For example, when citric acid reacts with potassium permanganate solution, then the purple color of potassium permanganate solution disappears. It becomes colorless. So, the chemical reaction between citric acid and purple colored potassium permanganate solution is characterized by a change in color from purple to colorless. The chemical reaction between sulfur dioxide gas and acidified potassium dichromate solution is characterized by a change in color from orange to green. Fourth one, change in temperature. Some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in temperature. For example, when quicklime reacts with water, then slaked lime is formed and a lot of heat energy is produced. This heat raises the temperature due to the which the reaction mixture becomes hot. So we can say that the chemical reaction between quicklime and water to form slaked lime is characterized by a change in temperature, which is rise in temperature. The reaction between quicklime and water to form slaked lime is an exothermic reaction, which means heat producing reaction. Fifth one, change in state. Some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in state. For example, when wax is burned in the form of a wax candle, then water and carbon dioxide are formed. Now, wax is a solid, water is a liquid, whereas carbon dioxide is a gas. This means that during the combustion reaction of wax, the physical state changes from solid to liquid and gas. Thus, the combustion reaction of candle wax is characterized by a change in state from solid to liquid and gas. Because wax is solid, water formed by the combustion of wax is a liquid at room temperature, whereas carbon dioxide produced by the combustion of wax is a gas. That's all for today.